This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. Verse 6. Because to every purpose there is a time and judgment. Therefore the misery of man is great upon him. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who ruled well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5 through 6. I'm just going to play this short clip of these millionaire podcasters. You know, they boast themselves as millionaires. And they're even telling their audience that the shit's about to hit the fan. Okay? And, yeah, we've been saying this. You know, us the prophets on the highways and byways. Okay? We've been said that all hell's going to break loose here in America. Okay? Babylon the Great. All right? And now you're even having millionaires openly stating this too. All right? So that's why I brought out the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 5 through 6, because, you know, if you call yourself wise, okay, if you call yourself someone that has wisdom and understanding, then you're supposed to discern the time that you're living in and understand the Lord's judgment. And a lot of our people, which when we say a lot of our people, we're talking about the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. They're not wise, you know. They can't discern the time that they're living in. And they don't understand, all right, the Lord's judgment. So let me play this. Let me shut the hell up and let me play this. And we'll see where the Spirit leads. I'm not going to make this too long.
This is the last year of normalcy.
I believe it.
This is the absolute last year of a normal economy. Even right now, if you look at the job numbers, they're all negative. Every fucking month, they're negative, like a recession. And that's why Trump went into Venezuela, grabbed that oil, went into Iran, grabbed that because...
Well, he didn't grab shit yet. They're trying to. We'll see. But he definitely went into Venezuela. All right? But yeah, you know, basically what America's doing, they're trying to... they're making an attempt, all right, to shield themselves from what's to come. Economic collapse. All right? Because this whole situation in the so-called Middle East was the catalyst, okay? And so and they knew they would have to go into attack Iran, try to take over Iran, all right, because of them JJs in 1948 the small hats, all right, and it's causing a crazy energy crisis, as well as a lot of people are losing jobs, okay? And again, that was the catalyst. People were losing jobs, okay? And they're going to talk about it, all right? So that's why Trump had to do what he had to do, all right? And that's why, you know, a lot of people are about to be affected by this. So let's keep playing.
While the world is losing jobs all over the place, you think it's just in America? The Chinese just had factories completely replaced with robots and robots. I told you this shit 6 months ago. Yeah. My billionaire friend says he goes to a dark warehouse. I'm like, what's a dark warehouse? They have no lights. No lights. Why? They have no humans in there. It's all machines. They don't need lights.
Right. Okay. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be out of the job, and that's where universal basic income comes in, and that's all designed to chip people. All right, because the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is coming because of all this. Okay, all right. Again, if you call yourself wise, you should be discerning. Okay, what's happening. All right, and filtering through the scriptures. And the bulk of our people are not. Okay, they don't need human labor. Okay, this is not the 90s and 80s. Okay, all right. That whole working behind a desk office with a tie, that's being fucking what's it called? What's the technical word I'm looking for? That's being phased out, as they always say. It's being phased out. Everything's going AI. Everything's going robots. Okay, and the scriptures talk about how the grinding shall be few. All right, and again, we've been bringing these scriptures out so many times. It's at the point that if you didn't take heed, you're going to get caught out here. Ecclesiastes chapter 12. I'll start at 1. Remember now thy Creator in the day of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in him. Right. You know, you're supposed to get to know the Lord and repent and serve the Lord now. All right, before the evil days come. That's why the Lord has us, the prophets, mainly at Great Millstone, because we're the only ones that were saying this was coming on the highways and byways. All right, warning our people, telling our people, all right, that all hell's going to break loose, that this so-called normal life is about to change. Okay, and there's no such thing as a normal life here in Babylon. This place is not normal. Okay, this place is wicked, it's defiled, it's disgusting. All right, and that's why we were on the highways and byways, still are. You know, Lord's still showing that mercy because we're still out there telling our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites, all right, to repent and get to know your power. All right, get into these scriptures. All right, acknowledge you're an Israelite. All right, and when you acknowledge you're an Israelite, you're now held to a higher standard. You're not so-called black. You're not so-called Hispanic or Native American. You're an Israelite, and you have a standard. All right, that you need to be held to. All right, now you're held to a higher standard. All right, and you're going to be held accountable for all your actions. 12. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. Right, it's talking about the coming destruction, and you clearly see World War III. All right, we're in World War III, and eventually it's going to lead to a nuclear war. All right, we're just waiting for that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, and it is coming. 3. Here's the point: in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves. Right. Okay, who are the keepers of the house? The economists, right? Isn't that what he was talking about? All right. There's all these data. Okay, who's putting out this data? The economists. Okay, they're showing you there's a decline in jobs. Okay, they're going to call it a recession, but it's really a depression. Okay, and the grinders cease because there are few. Right, few jobs left. Grinding. It's talking about work. Okay, and again, this is all part of the plan to get people on universal basic income for that chip. And those that look out the windows be dark and right, no future. And you're about to see what he says, all right? Because look what millionaires are doing. I'm going to keep playing. Check this out.
So what I'm trying to tell you is this shit is all coming down. Every little bit, piece of it. So you can do one of two things. You can enjoy the last year of what's gonna, of this type of living. Go out there to the bars, go have a whole bunch of whores, or you can prepare.
And that's what you're seeing. A lot of people are becoming even more wicked, more evil, more demonic, okay? All right? Full of rebellion, okay? Because they see it, but they're like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to still do my drugs. I'm going to still party and bullshit. I'm going to still fucking be a complete demon, okay, in the streets of Babylon or, wherever they dwell at, okay, throughout the earth, because this is affecting the globe. This is a global problem. This is not a one country. This is the globe. The whole, okay, world is going to feel this, all right? So, and you have a lot of our people a lot of our own people that see this, but they don't give a fuck. All right, they're just like, fuck it, okay? Or they'll say, to this very day, not in my lifetime, my children are gonna have to experience this, but not me, okay? My children are gonna have to experience it, but that's fucked up, okay? Because you're gonna feel it, man. All you baby boomers, all you Generation Xers that think you're gonna get away from this, no, you're not, okay? No, you're not. First of all, what generation is creating these conditions? The baby boomers, because they have all the money, okay? The baby boomers, all right, are the billionaires and the trillionaires for the most part, okay? All right, just because you're a millionaire, all right, don't mean shit. All right, you're just a high-paid slave. Okay, we're talking about um, billionaires and trillionaires, and the bulk of those people are baby boomers. Okay, and they're the ones creating this. Why? Because they want their new world order. Okay, they want to see it before they end up in the grave.
Prepared by knowing something about AI. Prepare by having some money in reserves, gold, ammo.
No, that's not how you prepare. This is how you prepare. All right? Okay? Let me show you something. What is the whole duty of man? Okay? All right? This is how you prepare. Okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep his commandments. That's how you prepare. Okay? And if you're an Israelite man, part of keeping his commandments, all right, is bringing out this truth. Okay? Is warning your people. Okay? Especially you're seeing all this happening and you just, okay, have your hands in your pocket. Okay? If you're an Israelite woman, you, all right, what is the commandments? Okay? You should know not to be a whore in the streets, not to be a harlot. All right? Prepare, get your mind ready to share an Israelite man. Okay? Isaiah 4:1. Okay? Cover your head. Wear a dress. All right? Because this is coming. Okay? For this is the whole duty of man. Right? 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Right? Because the Lord is bringing judgment. This is why this is all happening. Okay? Also, you better know the name of the Lord, because the name of the Lord is a strong tower. All right? What is it? Proverbs 18:10, I believe. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous running into it and safe. Right? That's another thing. Okay? You better know the name of the Lord. And his name is not God. Okay? And his name is not Jesus. Damn sure it ain't Jesus. All right? The Father's name is Yahweh. And the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You need to know those names. All right? If you want to be protected and be saved. All right? Because that, all right, is the preparation. That's what the Lord's been preparing us. Because you're going to have faith. Okay? You can't be carnal. All right? And watch. Check this out. Check out what these millionaires are doing. Okay? Check this out. This is why you can't be carnal.
You go to my house. You think it's a grocery store with how much water I have there? I'm ready. Do you know one of the richest people I know? He called me up 18 months ago. He's like, Gary, I'm going to open a gun shop. Like, what? There's not much money in that shit. Why would you open that?
Right. That's a stupid business move. Okay? Any millionaire or billionaire will tell you open up a gun shop is a stupid business move. Why would you open up a gun shop? Okay? There's plenty of gun shops out there. All right? It's easy to get a gun. It's not a lucrative business, but check this out.
He's like, oh, I'm not worried about making money off it. When shit hits the fan, I got fucking somewhere to go get all my ammo.
Yup. So what this billionaire, I don't know if it's a billionaire that he's saying, is his logic is I don't give a fuck if I make making money. I want all the ammo. I want to be stacked to the teeth with arms. All right, that's what his mindset is. All right, so he's willing to go into a business that is not going to make up any money, so that he has ammo ready to go when all hell breaks loose. Okay, this is what millionaires and billionaires are thinking. They're thinking about survival. They're thinking about guns blazing. They're thinking about needing water, food. All right. But you got our people, the book of our people. They're thinking about sports. They're thinking about fucking LaQuisha or Maria. You know, how come I'm not able to get a woman? Why am I alone? They're not thinking about all hell breaking loose. You got these women that are out harlots in the streets, okay, doing all types of wickedness. They're not thinking about serving the Lord. So the Lord's about to make it evident, when he drops the hammer on this place. And it's coming. It is coming, all right? Wait, isn't that oh shit, that's one of the red pill clowns. What the fuck is his name? Fresh and Fit, right? Okay. What's it called? Is this Fresh? Is that's what it looks like him? I didn't even recognize that. Yeah. So yeah, 305, right? Makes sense. This is this podcast down here in South Florida. So it's coming, man. It's coming, and we've been said this. We've been said this. All right. That's how you're gonna know a prophet has been among you. Let me bring this out. Okay. Was it Ezekiel chapter 33? Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 32. And lo, no, 33. I'm just getting to the point. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them, right? Because we've been said this was coming, man. We've been said, all right, that everything's about to change for this RFID chip, the mark of the beast, okay? And a lot of people, okay, are going to lose it, all right? There's going to be a lot of hell breaking loose, okay? And you got these millionaires and billionaires preparing. That's why they've been building bunkers. That's why they've been, okay, arming themselves to the teeth. That's why you got billionaires buying up gun stores and knowing that there's no business in it. So they have a whole bunch of ammo at their disposal. Because once all breaks loose, all right, he doesn't have to count what he used, all right? It's game on, all right? Ain't no more, the IRS, where's all the ammo that you used? There ain't no IRS. Nobody gonna give a fuck about that. Okay, it's gonna be a dog eat dog world, and this is pursuant to 2nd Esdras 15 and 2nd Esdras 16. All right, because those prophecies are in play. It's in real time. Okay, so it is coming to pass. And one more to you unbelieving Jakes out there, Ezekiel chapter 12 verse 26. And again, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, verse 27, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come. Right. You got a lot of individuals that still can't see it. Or they'll say, this, my son and my daughter's going to have to experience this. Okay. The vision that he seeth for many days to come, and he prophesies of the times that are far off. Right. This individual saying, this is the last year. Okay. So what does he know? All right. 28. Therefore say out to them, thus saith the Lord. When I say this is the last year, he said this is the last year that you're going to see some form of normalcy. Okay? That all hell's about to be, everything's about to change. 28. Therefore say unto them, thus saith the Lord God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore, but the word which I have spoken shall be done, saith the Lord God. Right, and it's going to happen. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. 2nd Esdras chapter 15 verse 16 has to be in play. Okay? Isaiah chapter 19, where it speaks about the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay, that's talking about a civil war that has to be in play. Okay, so yeah, we're here, man. So Lord willing, let's edify. And again, if you call yourself wise, if you call yourself, okay, someone that has discernment, then you should understand the time that you're living in. All right, because the scriptures say, I close off on this one, man. Prudent man. Prudent man. Okay. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself. See that? But the simple pass on and are punished, right? And the prudent man, all right, he's going to hide himself, okay, in this truth. All right, he's going to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He's going to trust in the name. He's going to call upon the name, all right? And he's going to trust, okay, in the Lord, all right? He's going to put his soul faith. And that's what you need. You need faith, man. Belief, okay? Because money, guns, okay, is not going to deliver you. Or having a whole bunch of battle-ready men, a militia group, that's not going to deliver you, okay? All right? And that's another thing. All these paramilitary personnel, okay, when it's time for the NWO, all right, they're not going to need a lot of them either. They're going to be used as a target practice for these drones. Best believe there's going to be a whole bunch of drones being used on anybody who's trying to usurp the NWO agenda, okay? And this is why you're going to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and let him guide you, all right? And we're going to see miracles. We're going to see a whole bunch of miracles, all right? Because the Lord's going to use his men to perform miracles. Spiritual power. That's when spiritual power is going to be needed, all right? So, Lord willing, as I said, if I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Makakwadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life for Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai's sake. Love you, brothers. Keep the door, keep the faith, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep studying, pray without ceasing, pray for each other, pray for the apostles, elders. We're almost out of here. All right, stay locked in. Tonight's the Passover. All right, make sure you got all your leaven out the house. All right, this is a solemn assembly, meaning it's serious, and take the Passover serious. Okay, all right. This may be our last Passover. All right, and all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, let His will be done. If this is our last Passover, because we want to get up out of here. We want the kingdom of heaven. We want to be able to serve our power without fear, man. Okay, we want to serve our power in peace. All right, because living here in America or abroad is not peace. This place is not a place of milk and honey. It's hell. Okay, and if you can't see that this is hell, all right, you're wicked. You got to be judged with this place. All right, and with the fuses that are watching, keep studying, and when you pray, your head cover. All right, stay locked in. We're almost out of here. Shalom.